Poof. Not yet. How's it going, everybody? Happy big Monday evening. Man, it was not easy getting this shit to work, you know. It took a crack team. Manny Biggs, Attila Bosma, Ramification, a couple of other people that I don't remember. No Pants was involved for a while. But finally, after all that shit, it seems to work. Let's not fucking celebrate just yet. I couldn't get my arcade stick to work, and beggars can't be choosers. I'll use a pad. Excuse me. Let me thank these people. J Squirrel, Nerf. I hear you, man. Do what you gotta do, playa. Thanks very much, Nerf. J Squirrel, Sunno, and Eternally Faded. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Let me turn the audio up. It's possible that we could have some problems too, right? For example, the controls work, but maybe it doesn't look right, or maybe something's up. We're gonna have to unlock characters too, but before we do any character unlocking, I want to tinker around with the characters that are already, the picture is stretched out. Okay, how do I fix that?
Thank you.
The picture is stretched out. Maybe it's something in the game. Adjust display? No? I don't know what this is doing. Oh. Shit. Can we make that default? S? That's probably start. It's the emulator?
Thank
It doesn't look stretched, does it? Look at the O. The O doesn't look stretched to me. Look at the O in position on the bottom right. That looks like a... I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Is it stretched? Check the emulator settings. It might be on aspect ratio. Let's see. Chair Parrots and Sarah Beats, thanks so much for those subs. I appreciate that. I don't know, is this shit, it looks cool. Alright, I'm gonna go for some practice mode. For those of you who don't know, I have never streamed this game ever. Once. Never. Since 2011. All these... 2011? Yeah, 2011. That's when I started streaming. Anyway. I'll let you know if it looks weird or not. It's been a long time. Should we start with Valudo? Honestly, I want to start with... We're going to have to unlock. Let's start with Valudo. These are the characters that are available at the start. Soul Calibur 1. If you're interested in what characters are going to be in Soul Calibur 6, this is where you should look. So what characters are announced? First two characters were Sophitia and Mitsurugi. They're right here, right? They've announced Killick, Chai Shanghua, and Ivy. Nightmare, and that's it so far, right? Nightmare. And then they've announced Zazmasol, who's not in this game, Gyro, and who else? So from this list, we're missing Valdo, Astaroth, Taki, and Maxi. All of which I'm sure are going to be back. Yeah, Gyro, I said it. Geralt. Yeah, that's true. Geralt.
Thank
Who do you guys want to look at? Ivy? Let's look at... I fucked up. I picked the wrong costume. Uh-oh. You guys are going to get pissed. I think I picked the wrong costume. Doesn't matter. Maybe it is stretched. I think it's stretched. Man, it feels old. It looks old. Look at this. Something that they put in Soul Calibur 6 that I don't love is they took out the ability to do an 8-way run move instantly. And that's how it was in Soul Calibur 5. So, for example, if you want to do, in this game, there's an 8-way run in all directions, right? And an 8-way run, 2 or 8, which is down or up, will give you a move, right? So 8-way run, 2-2-B, for example. This is 2-2-B. This is 8-8-B. So this is a move. 2-2-B, 8-8-B. Let's go with a simpler one. 2-2-A or 8-8-A. This is a move, right? You 8-way run upwards, and then you hit A, and you do this move, right? Downwards, and then you hit A, and you do this move. But you can do it instantly. So what I can do is I can do an A, and then instantly, without any like gap, I can do a single A into that move, or I could do a kick into that move. You see what I mean? You can buffer in 8-way run moves all the way up until Soul Calibur 5. And in Soul Calibur 5, they changed it. So now you have to have a little mini sidestep in there, kind of like Tekken. And that's a bad thing. The reason it's a bad thing is because it reduces the number of options you have on offense and on defense. How does it do that? It makes it so that you no longer have instant access to a huge number of moves. For example, this move is a high crush, right? This move is a high crush, which means it will beat highs. But you can no longer use it as a high crush during your offense. For example, if I wanted to do down back A into 2-2-B, you can't do that instantly anymore. They force you to have a little mini sidestep in there, making it no longer a viable, you know, whatever. You get what I mean? So this is something that I'm really disappointed they did in Soul Calibur 6, and I genuinely hope that they change it, because it's not a big deal, and it really opens up the gameplay. Wow, look at these rats on the floor. You know Soul Calibur 2 doesn't have anything like this? Look at these rats. Soul Calibur 2 has no rats on any of the stages. No nothing. There's like no stuff on the ground. Anyway, this is really cool. I haven't played this in so long. Oh, what did this guy have? Oh, this is cheap, right? What's cheap about this guy? That in Soul Calibur 1, that is a strat. But you can break this throw, right? Or is it unbreakable for some reason? It does a lot of damage. Can you turn on
Thank you.
freestyle settings? No. Practice options. Attack data. On, off, that's it? There's no simple anymore? Or there wasn't simple yet? Start replay. Oh, that just replays the last thing that happened. That is so whack. Does this not have a record function? Record input command. It do. That's pretty crazy. It do. But maybe it only has record command for playback. Yeah, it might. I don't know. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. The point is, there's R to play. Yeah, it just plays back your own playback. I don't know. It be do. Oh, what are you guys all about today? Chilling with your shoes off? I'm doing great. DDR, GN, and Ryan, Harrow, ING, and SC Ivor, Skiver, or something, and Retro, and Tasty RC. Thanks very much for those subscriptions. Something I'm noticing from playing this, compared to playing, you know, Soul Calibur 6 recently, is you can move really fast in this too. Remember when I played Soul Calibur 6, I was like, man, you can move really fast in this game. You can move fast in this too. It's Soul Calibur 5 that you can't move, right? Or is it Soul Calibur? I don't remember which one it is. Maybe it's Soul Calibur 5. Yeah, Soul Calibur 5 you can't move, right? This game, you can move around so quickly. Look at this guy. Look at this guy's jello-y ass legs, dude. He's like fucking teleporting. Like Gumby. He's got very erotic movements. You know? just the way it feels when you move this guy around compared to Soul Calibur 2, he moves fast. Man, I can't wait for Soul Calibur. It's gonna be so sick. Okay, so what else is cheap in this game? I'm trying to remember. This is some old shit I gotta really recollect. Okay, so I gotta dig deep to remember what exists in this game that doesn't exist in part 2. Excuse me. I know some shit with Lizard Man.
Thank you.
Damn, that feels really good in this game. Damn. That feels really good in this game. What else does he got? Man, I miss ring outs too. This is so surprising to my eye. My memory thinks this game looks better than this. This to me looks only a little bit better than Soul Edge, which was a PS1 game. This is a PS2 game, which is what Soul Calibur 2 was. And 3. Man, Soul Calibur 2 was such a masterpiece. This is my favorite move with Valdo. Valdo was my main character in Soul Calibur 2. I'm trying to remember what he has. This move is so cheap too. But I'm only talking about Soul Calibur 2 stuff. Oh, you know that move? That move that Claudio has? That's a Valdo move. That move that he gets from Starburst? This is a Valdo move. And if you counter hit with the second hit, look at this. Counter hit attack. Guess what happens? Look familiar? Isn't that crazy? Doesn't that look familiar to you, stoners?
Thank you.
He does the auto taunt. There's a tech roll catch off of that in this game, I think. Let's see. Yeah, back. Okay, so that's also the same in Soul Calibur 2. The way this works is, off of this very specific stun, which doesn't exist in many cases in this game, if the opponent is holding guard, which is naturally what they would do, you have to be in proximity. And if you're close enough, how do you reset the stage? I've been doing that by ringing out. Anyway, point is, if you're close enough, you run in and throw, and they hold guard, they get up, and they get up backwards. So you get a back turn throw. This also works in Soul Calibur 2. But it's a little bit worse. A little bit more finicky in Soul Calibur 2. Oh, another thing they don't have in Soul Calibur 6 that I sorely miss is while landing attacks. In Soul Calibur games, there aren't very many things like hop kicks, but jumping is really good because there aren't really combos either. At least there didn't used to be. So the idea is that when you're in the air, you'll usually be hit by something kind of not that strong. So being in the air is a good idea. So for example, if I were to be mixed up, it's a good idea for me to jump. And if when I do jump, while I'm in the air, I notice that the opponent threw me, or maybe did a low, and I jumped over it, on the way down, you can do an attack. Visually confirm that you jumped. Oh, I jumped. Boom. Kick this motherfucker. So that was a thing back in Soul Calibur 1 and 2. It was a really high-level dope thing that everyone seemed to like, that I knew, where you could, like, when you're in a clutch situation, you could jump, and when you jump, that's when you observe. You know what I mean? They took that out though. You no longer can do that in Soul Calibur 6 or 5. They're just gone. So you can jump, but there are no while landing attacks. You can just empty jump. That's it. Which is, I don't know. I like the idea of while landing attacks a lot. I don't know why they don't like it. I'm trying to remember what other mechanics. Oh, Soul Charge? How do you Soul Charge in this game? I guess there's no one button that'll do it. This game's Soul Charge, I don't remember. Oh, there's only 2 levels. It's just Soul Charge. Are there 3 levels? Maybe there are 3 levels. I don't know. I don't remember. I do think, though, that Soul Charge in this game does give you unblockables. Soul Charge unblockables. I don't know. I'm not sure. Whoa. Damn, that doesn't exist. How did I do that? That's gone. There's nothing like that in Soul Calibur. You can't turn around that way. That's crazy. I'm so curious what else exists with this guy. I haven't played this game in such a long time. You have no idea. I've never streamed it, and I haven't played it in I don't even know how long. All right, let's try another character. I'm gonna fiddle with a couple characters before we go and unlock. How do you switch costumes? Is it square? Damn, it's not. It's triangle. Oh, this is the other costume. All right, I'm gonna pick Ivy myself with the Pooch costume, and then we'll pick Valdo as the opponent with the Bull costume, so we can check out the other costumes. And let's also pick a different stage. I don't remember what stage I was in right now. It was the one with the rats. So that was the Money Pit, right? Yeah, Money Pit. So we'll go to we'll go to, Tatsuno no Ken Castle. Takamatsu Castle. Alright, so let's peep these costumes. Damn. You know, Ivy's tits are way bigger in Soul Calibur 6 than they are here, right? Not even close. This is like a blowout matchup. Not even close. They got way bigger. For sure. She doesn't have that backwards? She doesn't have that either? Oh, she has that. Let's see if the command grab is the same. Is it? Maybe they changed it. In 2. I don't know how to do it. Let's look at the move list. Command list. Throw. Down, forward, up, back, forward, down, forward, down, back. Wait a minute. They did make it easier. I mean, they made it harder in Soul Calibur 2, right? They made it harder in Soul Calibur 2. That's interesting. Man, fucking pad. Do you guys know why I can't use my arcade stick with this game? 105?
Thank you.
I can't use my arcade stick. I don't know why. Man, this game's cool. I'm sure I missed a bunch of shit. Blue Blazer, Dream, Cankles, Tasty RC, Pricey, Press Tringle, and Crazy Man Duffy. Thanks everybody for liking my stream. And also Nickelodeon. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. GG's. Sorry, I'm really, honestly, like, I'm more engaged in this than I thought I would be. It's just so interesting because, you know, I did spend a lot of my life playing Soul Calibur 2. I had like an era back then, and then I had a revisited era of playing Soul Calibur 2 when it was released on the PS3, and then again on the, wow, look how fast you run. That is so insane. You really run fast in this. Check that out. Excuse me. Just doing some moves. Man, I'm not good on pad. I can't move. The thing I always loved about Soul Calibur games as a kid was the cinematic throws. They were always so elaborate compared to Tekken because of the weapons. I always liked the throws in Tekken, that's for sure. But the throws in Soul Calibur were just, that's a simple A throw, right? So if you look back at like a 1 throw back in Tekken 2, right? Tekken 2, 1 throw. Tekken 3, 1 throw, right? It's like bitch kicks or some hip toss or maybe a suplex. This is like so elaborate, right? That's a side throw. This is the A throw. These are elaborate like crazy. Look at this. This is a B throw. Just a regular, not a command throw. This is just how sick it looks. Crossing her legs, making all the perverbs, you know, go crazy. That's awesome. And she's talking all this shit too.
Thank you.
What did she just say? Can you make her speak English in this? I got the American version. Why is she speaking Chinese? Anyway, the point is that, you know, there's all this elaborate shit. Let's look at all her side throws too. That's one side throw. We saw it already. Oh, that's the other one. Let me see that again. I gotta take off the... how do you take off this shit? Practice options. Tack that off. So we can just see the throws, right? Okay. Now let's get this dumbass out of the ring. These are so elaborate. I love that about this game. Not this game, also Calibur. What's the back throw? Oh, the back throw is good too, I think. Look at this, for you perverts. Look at this shit. I mean, that's better than like all the back throws in Tekken. Just this one character's throw, right? I'll check the options to change this shit to English after I'm done messing around with, what's her name? Yeah, that shit is awesome. This shit is so awesome. What's up, Mark? This shit is so awesome. This is the kind of stuff that gets me hyped for Soul Calibur 6. If I think about the details, like, you know, from the perspective of someone who really cares about the battle system, I can get butthurt. But this stuff, fuck the battle system. Nightmare comes out on a fucking horse, dude. The whole thing. Not like a little part, the front legs. It's a full-blown steed. You know? Shit's crazy. That's her command throw. What other throws she got? She's got a bunch of like throws like that, attack throws. Doesn't she have one that's like a... I don't remember.
Thank you.
Anyway, let's go to a different character. Actually, let's go all the way to the main menu and see if I can... I'm going to play all the characters. But let's see if I can change the shit talking to English. Sound options. Chimon! No? Is there a way to make these guys speak English? Character? No. There's no English voices in this game. Fuck. So they added that in Soul Calibur 2? Or 3? Anyway, there's English voices in Soul Calibur 6. So that's cool. I know that. Alright, so we did Ivy. Now let's see what costumes we're working with here with Sophisha. And Mitsurugi is also in the new game too. Man, that is so sick. So they're trying to make like a remake of this game. Not a remake, but they're bringing back the old cast plus some spice. Like Zazmasol and Gyro. Hey, Mike Grimm and Seabass and Saint Ephemeral gifted a sub. Thanks very much. And Himiheim. Thanks, guys. So I tried out Sophitia in Soul Calibur 6. I tried her out, and she does feel very old school. But she has some really cool new stuff too, of course. But the thing that really stands out with her, to me, in Soul Calibur 6, is that she's so small and so fast. This move, the double... Does she have it in this? Yeah, okay, so she has a crouch dash. This is a crouch dash. Do it. Okay. If you do 2 crouch dashes, she goes real low. Gets real low, because she a hoe. You see that? So you see how down low she gets? So this is her stab, regular crouch dash stab. And then she's got a down and dirty low stab. You gotta forgive my pad execution. I'm usually a stick player. But the low down dirty stab, right? The low one, it's safe. It's a bunch of things. But one thing that it is in Soul Calibur 6 that it's never been before is it's a fatal blow or whatever the fuck it's called. And if she does a double crouch dash under a high, and that high crushes, it gives you a special property on the stun, and it allows you to do some extra shit. Fuck them up. Fatal blow. You see what I'm saying? What was the cheap shit that she had? Was it this? This, right? She has something cheap with this in this game. I don't remember what it is. It might be on block. One goes away on block. Guard impact, stand, guard all. Okay, is it this move? You can't guard cancel that? Man, they added the guard cancel to that. Hey, look at her shield on recovery. Did you ever notice that? Her shield like spins on recovery. Hey, how do I get this guy to fucking go on the other side? Oh, maybe if I do that extension. Yeah. Alright, now do that. That is cool. I never noticed that. I don't know if it did that in part 2. That extra bonus twirl. It doesn't do it if you hold block. Or it doesn't do it all the way. Weird. That is sick.
Thank you.
She's a really cool character too. I don't remember what the really cheap shit was with her in this game. But I know in Soul Calibur 2 that this move is really great. And she has this move in Soul Calibur 6, but I don't know how the frame data adds up. This is like a lockdown move. You do it, it forces them into crouch, and then you mix them up.
Where my man Lizard Man in this game.
Lizard Man is crazy cheap in this game. I hope I can unlock him so I can show you the cheap shit he's got. But anyway, let me go to character select and we'll try Mitsurugi. I want to go through all the characters before I go unlock. So we'll pick the other costume. No, wrong button again. In a different stage. Oh, this is a cool stage. It's a Maxis, I think. It's like a rainy port.
Mitsurugi.
Why are Sophie's tits small in this game? Isn't that crazy? Look at the difference in size in this game. Look at how modestly sized those sweater dicks are. In Soul Calibur 6, those things are crazy big. Massive. I don't remember shit. His hair looks cool in this. It looks cooler than it does in part 2. Oh, this guy's got some really great throw animations too. Remember how I was talking? Oh, we didn't look at Sophie's throws. Fuck, you guys gotta remind me to look at all the characters' throws. All right. Oh, we didn't look at Valdo's either. We gotta go back and look at Valdo's too. The throws are too good. Okay, so let's turn off the attack. There you go. Right there. That's where it's at. Throws. A lot of these throws are legacy too. They're still in part 6. Isn't there a throw off of this? Oh, it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't have it. Yeah, he didn't get those new throws yet. Okay, side throw. I like how his... Hey, you guys notice how his sword is flaming sometimes? What's up with that? During throws, his sword trail is flaming, but it's red and pink in other circumstances and white. Wow, I wonder if that's based on strength of the move. Look, his down A is white, and his AA is like pink. Down B is a little bit pink. BB is like a little more red, and then like the heavy moves have like this really thick color to them. I don't know how this shit works, man. I'm not an expert on this game. I haven't played it for a really long time. I'm an expert in part 2. I can honestly say that I feel like I've seen just about everything in that game. Man, look how great this stage is. This is a really great stage. Look, it's very simple. I mean, of course, the water moving in the back is pretty elaborate, right? Look at all that shit in the back. That's pretty nice. But the rain really adds to it. And the hair moving. Look at the hair moving. The clothing. It really adds to it a lot. This is a great stage. Look at the structures in the back too with the waves. I mean, look how shitty it looks. It's just a fucking flat surface moving up and down. But the way it's done is very, very well done. This is high tier shit. A+. I give this an A+, this stage. And the music is turned too. Look at the edges though. Man, ring outs are crazy. Anyway, let's do the throws real quick. Man, this shit's too good. Just for a side throw? And it's so brutal, but at the same time, there's no blood. You know, look at that, man. You're gonna need to see a doctor.
Thank you.
Shit is crazy. Yeesh. Ball Crack and Calastia and Glen Wary. Thanks, guys. Rexfield and Ollie, thanks very much. Bowser and Himiheim and Doofus gifted a sub. Thanks. Did I thank you, Rexfield? Thanks, everybody, for liking my stream. I appreciate it. Did I do this side already? Oh, yeah, like 10 times. Did I do the other side already? Yeah. And then the back turn throw. That's his back throw. Does he have any other command throws? We didn't do Sophie's too. Man, that's my favorite part of it. Like, you know, I can look at this game from the eyes of a competitor or the eyes of a fan. And from a fan's perspective, the throws are what really get my juices going. Can you see this? That's it's an attack throw. It shifts into whatever. What's this? Oh yeah, that's also an attack throw. He's got all these in the new games too. A lot of this stuff is, you know, Soul Calibur 2 really took this game and refined it to a point where I can say that there isn't much that exists in this game that can be sorely missed in Part 2. Part 2 is just a really, really good sequel for this game in almost every way. I mean, there are very few, you know, things that are missing from this game in that game that are, I don't know, at least in my opinion. Kill it. Money Pit, we already did that one. What's this one? Oh, this is Sophie's stage. That shit is so sick. How big are talking sweater dicks? We'll figure it out. We'll get there. Claudio, thanks very much for that resub. Let's do those throws. This is a one throw. I gotta turn off the shit that's in the way. Whatever she says right there, hey you weeboos, what does she say there? Because in Soul Calibur 2 she says I'm sorry. What is that? That's not how you say I'm sorry. Doesn't Komenasai? Komenasai, dude. What was that? Did you see that? Whoa. Did you see that? Wow. Your weapon can hit his weapon even though he's not attacking. That is not in Soul Calibur 2. That is crazy. What the fuck? That's like unheard of to me. I've never heard of this shit. It's crazy. Okay, anyway, the throws. Komenasai. Oh yeah, this has an extension. You can break it. And then she has a command grab. The command grab is for perverts. Dang. Groceries. One more. Excuse me. And her command grabs, I mean her side grabs are weird because her back throw does very little damage. That's her back throw. But in exchange for that, one of her side throws, not that one. That's a cool throw though. Her, yeah, that one. That side throw does a shitload of damage. More damage than most back throws. What? Did you hear her? She said it. Komenasai. I think that means thank you. Ooh, cut that bitch in half. And then this is her other side throw. Shit's fucking awesome, dude. Hey, Hustles. Thanks for the resub, my man. Let's go check out another character. Killick is next.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
You know Chai Shanghua in this game is 16 years old? You know that? Perverbs.
Thank you.
Sunrise W12. Thanks for using your Twitch Prime on my channel, will ya? Oh, this guy's got something called Monument Thrust Block. Can I test that in practice mode, or is that not possible? Attack. Stab. I could probably test it if I have my opponent be like Nightmare.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did it! That was it! Did you see that? Did you see that? I did it! Oh, I did it! Okay, so, let me explain it to you. Okay, this is a glitch in this game. This is a glitch. And the way it works is, let me think about it. So this is a stance. It's called Monument. And when you do this stance, it's done by 236, which is quarter circle forward. When you do this stance, you have access to some moves, like this sidestep, and the kick, and this move, and that move, and some other moves, right? But if you buffer this in on block, you do this weird bug where you push them away from you, and that ends up yielding guaranteed damage depending on what you did it against. You see what I mean? So, let's say I was blocking something big, like a really big move that's safe. I can use that on that huge move that's safe to make it unsafe. It's totally fucked up and cheap, basically, is what I'm saying. It's a technique in this game that's cheap. and fucked up. Damn, Wang is in this game too, right? We gotta try him out. He's got soul charge cancels. Killick is in part 6, you know, and he's got some weird Super Saiyan mode. This kick is awesome. It's my favorite move with him. This is my favorite move with Killick. It's so good. It jumps in the air, and it's super fast. So if they're trying to poke you with, like, you know, down A and shit, it jumps over it. It's not a glitch, it's a glitch. But anyway, maybe you're not talking about the same thing as me. Alright. Let's do his throws. He has a really cool back throw. But let's do his throws. Oh, I want to turn off this shit. These are just regular throws. Why is there fire coming off of his weapon there? Right? The hit sparks in this game are like so peculiar. They look really old and archaic in some cases, and then in other cases they look a little like better. Crazy. This is so cool. Look at this throw. Back throw. This is the one that's good. Love that shit. What does he say? Man, look at all this shit he's talking in Chinese. Stripper throw? Which one's the stripper throw? Oh, the one where he swings around? This one? Stripper throw. I've never thought of that. Damn. Now you gotta make that money. He's got 2 kids to feed. Stripper throw. I like it. I'm gonna use that. I like it. Alright. Good shit. Does he have doom kicks in this? No, right? No Ray, right? I can't wait for part 6. Jedi Sack and Zop Toss and Mike Galvez. Thanks for the tier 2, muchacho. Thanks everybody for liking my stream. I think that's all his moves. His throws, I mean. I want to try that Monument Thrust block again, though. But I'll have to switch characters I'm playing against. This is really neat. I haven't played this in so long. I want to pick Valdo. I like this costume for him. Can you unlock third-player costumes in this game? That stage was pretty cool. I feel like I didn't pay enough attention to it, though. I want to look a little harder. There are third-player costumes? No shit. Damn. So how hard is it gonna be for me to unlock shit? In this. I wanna unlock shit. Alright, let's do the throws real quick. This is the classic. These throws are kind of bunk, to be honest. Oh, it's alright. He stays in Mantis. Oh, this one's kind of cool. I like that one. I think his back throw is good, right? Yeah, I always liked his back throw. Shit looks like it hurts. And he has a command throw. This game is awesome. I have to do quest mode. Okay, so I'm gonna pick. I want to pick Killick against Naito Man. Look at this Nightmare costume. I used to love this costume. It was never used again after this. This is a boring as fuck stage, so I'm gonna skip it. There's nothing in that stage. It's just bland. It's Killick and Shanghua, Chai Shanghua's stage. This costume's cool. I love his helmet. Look at his helmet. Looks sick. Anyway, so I wanted to try that monument thrust block again. But I think I can do it by doing this. That. I think that's guaranteed. It's crazy. So this is like a old technique that existed in this game that really changed this character's rank on the tier list. He could really fuck you up.
Is building sandcastles considered gay?
I don't know, man. You're gonna have to ask your parents. Thanks, Bowser. You're gonna have to ask your parents and then gauge what they say, and then maybe you'll have to think about how you're gonna let them know. C-Tech Monstroso, thanks, man. I hope you're having a good big Monday. Thanks, Bowser.
Thank you.
That's so cool. Alright, next character. Goldie, please. Thanks, Goldie, please. Let's do Chai. Blonde Maxi. Thanks, Goldie, and thanks everybody else.
Shanghua versus Maxi. Versus Maxi. Fight.
Does she still have all the same cheap shit? No, that doesn't spice. That's funny. This is Japanese, right? Is this Japanese or is it Chinese? The character is Chinese, I think.
Thank you. Thank you.
You probably notice a lot of these moves are from Tekken as well. Well, you know, some of them existed first in this game. There are a lot of moves that Tekken actually borrowed from this game. One of which I showed you already with Valdo, his 668 plus B into the second hit. That's just like Claudio's Starburst launcher. Anyway, let's check out her throws. I don't think they changed any of her throws. Some of the characters got some different shit though. I don't think she has a command. Wow, that's a really cool throw. Man, Soul Calibur 6 has a lot of potential when you play Soul Calibur 1. But maybe it's just because Soul Calibur 1 is so great. Next caller.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
Oh, Ivy stage? How are side throws handled in this series? I think it's still an A and B mix-up. It's not based on the side you're on. If I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure it's an A and B mix-up no matter what. Man, he's so limited in this game. Well, I only say that in he didn't seem to have that many stances. I guess they added a lot.
Thank you.
Turn this shit off. Ah, that was an input bug. It doesn't ask you, are you sure? When you pick character select, it doesn't go, are you sure you want to go to character select? Fuck.
Maxi versus Nightmare. Fight!
And these throws look good. And this game is old. That one kind of doesn't make sense. He doesn't have any command grabs. Let's check out Nightmare. And I had nightmares about this character like crazy. Not in this game though. In part 2. He's so good in part 2. Really strong character.
Versus Nightmare. Fight! Versus Nightmare. Fight!
He doesn't have night side stance? Oh, he only has one night side stance. I see. Jump kick is so cheap, dude. It lingers like crazy. Got a really lingery hitbox.
Versus Nightmare. Fight!
Attack cancels are also something about this game that's great. That you can get your opponent to flinch with. You can like get in their face and then get them to flinch with fakes. And a lot of moves have cancels too. Do the damn move. I'm not a pad player, give me a break. Anyway, this is unblockable. But if you do it quickly and cancel it, you can get flames on your sword and shit, as you can see. People used to use these kinds of strategies to, like, you know, bait out a guard impact. This game has a guard impact system. Soul Calibur 6 also has it. So, you know, you do some shit on screen to visually do stuff, you know. You can't instantly cancel a soul charge in this game, can you? Oh yeah, you can. Bringing back so many memories. Let's do the throws for this guy. He's got one or two really cool ones. This one's pretty bland. Oh, you know what? They took that throw out and then they gave it back later. This throw doesn't exist in Soul Calibur 2. Then later on, when they split the character into two completely different character designs, they gave that throw back to Siegfried, but Nightmare doesn't have it. He has another throw in part 2 where he throws you behind him. Oh yeah. What move is that? That's a wrestling move, right? Slop drop. Is that the slop drop? Damn, I forgot who used to do that move. Who used to do the slop drop? The cough drop? Jake the Snake? I don't think so. Jake the Snake did a DDT, didn't he? Or did he do the... What was Jake the Snake's move? I don't even remember anymore. It's been such a long time. Oh yeah, did we do his back turn throw? This is the brutal one. He pulls that shit out, dude. That part, when he pulls it out, it does a big chunk of damage too. So it really emphasizes how much it hurts. Look at the size of that fucking throw. I mean that sword. And the throw. Look at the size of the throw. When he pulls that shit out, it does a ton of damage. Ow. Alright, next caller. Play Lars. Oh, this is what you've been waiting for. Should we save the best for last? I think we should. Never played Soul Calibur. What does a big combo look like in this game? There aren't big combos in this game. There might be in the new one, but Soul Calibur is kind of a 2 hits to 3 hits tops combo. Combos are not what this game's about. This game's more about decision making and timing. It doesn't really have... There is a lot of damage though. Like one move will do 50%. This move right here, Poseidon's Tide, it's a mid-tracking move that moves in all directions. So the move itself is controllable. You see how I'm sliding across the stage to the left or the right? You can also move forward. So this move is cheap. And if it hits, it does about 50%. And it'll hit you out of the sky too. Air throw. 50%. So the way this game works is, instead of you doing a launcher and then 5 hits, and then a corkscrew and then a ender, it's just one move. So all you gotta do is hit with the move and you're good to go. No need for a combo. There are some characters that have some combos, but most of the time it's just like you launch them and then do an air throw or something, you know? It's really pretty simple. They did complicate it in the later games, but Soul Calibur 1 and 2, very simple. Soul Calibur 6 seems to be kind of in the middle. There are some combos, but it seems pretty simple too at the same time. I was worried, but it's not bad. Let's look at these throws. This guy's got command grab. He's like a grappler. Do is command grab. Here we go. That's one. This one you can combo off. So you just toss him in the air, and that's guaranteed. Or you can do lots of other stuff. And he's got some other attack throws, like that one.
Thank you.
These sound effects are pretty cool too. Does he have only one type? Oh yeah, let's look at his side throws and shit. Does that ring out? I'm sure it does, right? Damn, hella rings out. Ring outs are so cool too. They're brutal. 100%? His back throw is good, right? Yeah. They changed his back throw into an animation where he walks on your back, but I personally prefer this one. He curls you around his ass. Jesus. What an awesome game. Brutal. Alright, so the last character is Taki before we start unlocking shit. You guys gotta tell me how to do it. Damn, she's a butterface. Man, I'm sure Taki's gonna be in Soul Calibur 6, no questions. The question is, what are her tits gonna be like? Because we've already seen what they've done to Sophie and Ivy. So that, you know, I'm curious about that. Out of the ring. I think that's unblockable. Dang, no, it's a low. They made it unblockable in some games. I remember having to jump over it. Shit sucked. You know, honestly, Taki's sweater dicks are pretty modest in this game, right? They really got crazy in part 2. Part 2, they got crazy. And then now, I'm sure they're gonna be even crazier. Let's do it, bro. It's a cool bro. It's simple, right? But it's just the way it's done, and the way she gets off of her. It's so neat. She's supposed to be like a demon slayer or something. And her rival in the story, I think, is Valdo, right? I don't remember. Valdo and Yoshi are rivals. I don't remember. Oh, that's an awesome throw. I love that throw. Really cool. It's a really simple back throw. It's cool when she does that kind of shit to Astron. Yeah, this game is sick, man. That's the thing, like, you know, I have to really be very conscious of how I'm looking at Soul Calibur 6. Because, is it going to be a really super dope, competitive, awesome game? I don't know. When it comes to being a tournament game, I don't know. And honestly, what difference does it make? I don't give a fuck. I know it's going to be awesome in terms of presentation. They talk hella shit. Feathers come off of Sophie's fucking cooch when she does that stab. I mean, it's really a nice looking game. And like, that's really what matters for me right now. So, just gotta keep that in mind. these little details about different mechanics in the game that I'm not in love with. I gotta really let that shit go, because I'd rather like things than not like them. Have you noticed ring outs are hard to get in SC6? No, but I didn't really try to notice stuff like that, to be honest. I tried more to feel how the movement is and what they're trying to go for. And it seems like I'm not in love with all of it, but I am in love with some of it, and either way, I know I'm going to really enjoy it. It's going to be really, really enjoyable. Biggie Shorty, Data Destroyer, SCGO, thanks guys, Greta Knight, and One Punch Rise, and Asylumum LM, and also Crip Fanboy. Thanks guys. How do I unlock characters? Excuse me, mission battle? Probably arcade, right? Wait a minute, I got an idea. Let's make this shit mad easy. 1 round, easy difficulty. So we can get our characters. There's no very easy? What gives? No very easy?
Welcome back to the stage.
We'll start with Boludo. If your emulator has the cheat code function, you can just get all the characters that way. Well, you're asking the wrong guy. I don't know if it does or doesn't. He breathes a lot harder in this game. He did cardio in part 2.
This victory strengthens the soul of Voldo.
Man, this is some classic
Thank you.
Announcing. Strengthen the soul of... Hey, Real Fake Doors, thanks for the subscription. Damn. More? Email Harada. Valdo wearing Riku's clothes? Yeah, he takes hand-me-downs. Oh my gosh. You know how armor breaks in Soul Calibur 6? I'm very curious to see what happens when Ivy's armor breaks. And I'm very not curious to see what happens when this guy's armor breaks. Valdo's armor, I'm not looking forward to that.
Final battle, fight!
He got double overstuns in this game. Yeah, and they can break out of it. That shit got buffed in part 2. Man, the load times are great on this emulator. Well, I guess they could be better. They're not as good as Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1 has the best load times, I feel like, of any game I've ever played. On my PC, that shit is like 1 second, if that. Less than a second. I can't think of a game that has better load times. Woo! Literally just Siegfried's voice? Ah! I skipped over the cinematic. I didn't even realize they existed. Man, he can move so quickly. It's like he leaves the scene of the crime. Look at how quickly he's almost off the camera. Cameraman can't even catch Valdo. That's crazy, dude. Man, look how nice this looks. This game's 100 years old. Look at this stage, dude. Where is this? Italy? Is this the streets of Rome? Where is this? With the gondola? Venice? Venice, France?
Final battle, fight!
This guy's got the funniest sound effects. Damn, that move sucks in this game. Tim Allen?
This victory.
Oh, I remember this part looking shitty with all those little flames. The end looks nice. Gross. No endings. I mean, you know, just picture endings. Fuck picture endings. I don't have all day for that shit. Go.
The legend will never die.
Wow. Alright. Nice, we got Huang. A new soul arrives. Cool. Shall we continue and get all the rest?
Thank you.
What do you guys think? Let's just bang all the rest of them out.
The stage of history.
It'll be quick. Just remind me to not skip the cinematic.
Ivy. Final battle, fight!
Look at the damage on that! Oh my
Thank you.
god! What the fuck? Did you see the damage on that command grab? What the hell? That shit did like 100%! Holy cow, I haven't seen that in a while. Do it. Sorry, I'm not a pad player. Do the fucking... Do the throw. I just did it. And I'm just down one. It's hard to do on pad. It's easy to do on stick. But I couldn't get my stick to work with this emulator. You know, I gotta look into the other, not games, Dreamcast games. You guys gotta tell me what Dreamcast games to play. Man, wow! That's her stomp in this game? It is so ugly, dude. I cannot believe it. In Soul Calibur 2, they gave her a stomp that looks like Nina's stomp. Like a really feminine looking stomp. That shit looks like a little kid killing a bug. Looks like a little kid stepping on a bug. Unbelievable. That is crazy. That is an ugly stomp. They really hooked her up with a new stomp. Now hold up back. Shenmue? You guys think I would like Shenmue? You gotta remember, I have to like it. I don't want to just play your favorite shitty game. There we go. Look at the damage. Unbelievable. That is a lot of damage.
This victory strengthened the soul of...
If you like driving forklifts, I don't. No, but you should play it anyway. You're the type of person that I don't want to listen to. And I also don't want to talk to. Quit trying to cheat. Alright, we gotta just keep out. Damn, she's buff. Damn, she's buff. Cheating. Try that on my Kensei. Thank you. Still gonna beat you.
This victory strengthens the soul of Ivy. You win!
This game's awesome. Crazy Taxi Jet Set Radio? Nah. Oh, someone mentioned Cannon Spike. What is that? Is that a Kami game? If it is, I'm not. Does Ivy have a command grab in this version that launches the opponent in the air? No. In this game, which is the first game Ivy was ever in... Shh. What'd she say? Wow, is this an unlockable stage? I think it is. I think this is Yoshi's stage. Man, this game is cool. Anyway, this game she had one command grab in this game, and it was that one that you just saw me do. In part 2, they gave her a mix-up for the command grab, but she could only do it when her sword was open. But then in part 2, they figured out a way to do it either way. So she had a true mix-up in part 2 for her command grab. But in this game, she only had one command grab. This one is called Summon Suffering, and the one from the new one is called Criminal Symphony. And then they changed the name of it to like Calamity or some shit. Calamity Symphony or something? I don't remember. The Dreamcast had Resident Evil games. Yeah, it only had Resident Evil games that are on other consoles, like the GameCube emulator and shit, though. You know what I mean? I could just play them on the GameCube. Dreamcast. I mean the GameCube emulator. The Dolphin, not the Dreamcast.
Thank you.
Trying to time me up? That bitch. Good thing I put it on.
9. Final battle. Fight.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up with all these purple names having broken capital letter caps locks on their keyboard? Hey, is something wrong with your keyboard, kid? Because it looks like you're typing in all caps. And you don't mind if people think you're an idiot. Especially me. Is that the case? Doesn't seem like you're really into first impressions. But, do me a favor. And go fuck yourself. Well, you don't have to go fuck yourself. But, at least don't talk to me. Damn! Purple names. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh yeah, Cervantes is her dad. That's her DILF. Damn! Perverbs. That ass? Where's Malice? Shit. He's way too busy to touch the keyboard. I hear ya. Most impressive. That's a pretty cool, step on a Yo, man! That's a nice acquisition. I thought I would get Cervantes since, you know the drill. Alright, that's 2. How many do I have to do? We don't have to do Inferno, so it's gonna probably be a shitload more. Excuse me. The Yo Man. I can save my game, I presume, right? Toho Punch and Viper Spectre and Down Bash. Thanks for the sub. And Majin Muto number 2. Thanks. Power Cup the ring. There's a lot of red water in that stage.
Final battle, fight!
Sega Extreme Sports. You guys ever play Virtua Tennis? I used to play that game in the arcades a lot. I think that game was on the Dreamcast, wasn't it? But I guess it won't be fun if I play it against the AI. Virtua Tennis was only fun because it was against people. That game is awesome. But I mean, yeah, like I said, it doesn't even matter. Because it's against the AI. They're just gonna cheat their fucking asses off. I played it a lot in the arcades, and when it came out at home, I played it at home too. What time is it? Almost 10.
Sophia, final battle, fight!
Man, I'm really looking forward to part 6 now. I wasn't really, I mean, that's the way it is for me. I don't get that hype about games until I got something to get hype about, right? So they haven't announced any characters that I'm super in love with, though they have announced cool ones. Just not like characters that I would want to play and look at their move list and shit. And, you know, you get the point. No release date, fucking, I'm just waiting, trying to get hype in the right time to get hype. It's too foolish. Are you gonna main Geralt? I don't even want to main Geralt in Witcher 3, Brew.
Thank you.
Binks Sake. Thanks. Thanks for using your Twitch Prime on my channel.
Final battle, fight!
That does a grip in this game. Damn, that would have been probably a kill combo. Ooh. Earthquake stun. It's gonna be a lot of fun playing that game. Zazmasol, H-Wang. Oh, here's the cutscene. Oh, we missed the cinematic one.
Butthead. Jack Miller, Fox 30 News.
Blink twice if Astaroth is going to be in Soul Calibur 6.
I mean, I think he is. How many times did I blink already? Twice. Two blinks. I think so. I would guess so. I mean, how are they gonna take out the coolest fucking character? I think that they will have every character in this game in the main roster for sure. The roster that you don't have to unlock. I think they'll have all of them. Taki, Astaroth, all of them. Will they have Rock and Siegfried? Siegfried is pretty likely. Rock, I don't know. Yoshi, pretty likely. Lizard Man, unfortunately, I'm sure they'll go for Lizard Man. I think all of the characters will be back. That's my guess. But, you know, I'm only being hopeful. What about Lei? Let's not talk about Lei, alright? I mean, dude, I would imagine if they were gonna put out stuff for Tekken, they would have put it out already, right? But you never know. It's not even time for Noctis yet. When's Noctis? That's what I want to know.
The legend will never die.
Ooh, there he is, Lizard Man. We could do some cheap shit with Lizard Man. Corvu XVH or something. Thanks. And Ren Shia. Thanks very much, guys, for liking my stream. Let's pick Wang. Oh, wait. Do I have to beat the game with separate characters or multiple times? Like, if I beat the game with Wang... yes,
Thank you.
Butt half. Jack Miller, Fox 30 News.
Sorry to both you Lord Arsenio, but which Dreamcast emulator are you using?
I think it's called, I don't know, Demo or something? I'm sure the chat room can tell you. It's called, hey, Peter Puffer, the Penis Fluffer? Peter Puffer, the Penis Fluffer. I don't remember what it's called. It's called Demo. Demo, that's it. Demo.
Final battle, fight!
Holy Striker fan, what up, gangsta? Thanks for the big 57. Appreciate that. Should check out Cannon Spike. Yeah, a few people have recommended Cannon Spike. I will check it out. I'm gonna look up all the best games on Dreamcast, see what the doctor ordered. I think that Wang's move list in this game is too feminine, don't you? He's a clone character for Chai Shanghua, and they didn't quite give him the move list yet. I don't like it.
Versus Yoshimitsu.
Yo, man.
Final battle, fight! This victory strengthens you win!
I hope I unlock a character for being able to play. If I do, then I'll play Yoshi next. So we can look at new characters.
This victory strengthens the soul.
Did you ever play Soul Edge? Yeah, I used to play it a little bit when I was a kid, and I streamed it one time. But I never really played it, like, in terms of strategy. I just put a quarter in and messed around. I played this game a little bit more strategically, but I was still pretty young. It was probably like, I don't remember how old I was, but I was really young when this came out. But I did play it a lot, though. What were we talking about? Hey, what's up, Focus Group? What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good big Monday. Starting to wrap it up, right?
Thank you.
Squishy Melon. Thanks. I always get so excited when I get a new emulator working because I feel like it will open up a bunch of different games and stuff. And I still have to go back and play a couple of games. I got some games on my backlog. The thing is that I oftentimes am afraid that I'm going to flush the game, so I just don't want to flush a game. I want to play a game that I like, you know? Like, for example, 13 for the GameCube. I'm a little concerned that I'm not going to like that. I could also play it on the on the Xbox.
Versus Inferno. Final battle, fight!
I'm using Dreamule again. Dreamule? I forgot what I'm using. Chat room can tell you what I'm using.
You win!
So let's see. This is the moment of truth. Are we gonna get a character for beating it with Huang?
The legend will never die.
Oh, what? I got a stage. So you get stages for beating it with the bonus characters. Fuck.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
We. What's Tad? Is that the name that was in there? Squishy Melon and Jack Chop. Thanks, guys.
This victory.
You were going to get a stage regardless of character used? Really? That could be very true.
Thank you.
Moat of Dust.
Final battle.
Thanks for the subscription. Every now and then you get a you get a stage regardless of character.
Thank
this
you.
is Lizard Man. He's got some cheap shit too. So if that's the case, then maybe I should use Lizard Man. Show you guys his cheap shit. I know one thing that's pretty cheap with Lizard Man. Next character I'll pick is Lizard Man.
This victory.
Thank you.
Mitsurugi versus Goldie.
Man, I can't wait for part 6.
Final battle. Fight.
Playing this is really getting me hyped to play that.
This victory. Strength you.
What was for big dinner? Oh, I went to my mom's house, when was it? Sunday, and I brought home some chicken and rice that she made me, so I had some of that. Homemade chicken and rice with saffron and sumac.
This victory. Strengthen you.
You know, and lemon and whatnot.
Final battle. Fight.
Ha! Double KO, huh? Sudden death?
Sudden death.
Woo! Sudden death. Oh, he's key charging. 8 seconds. Woo! Alright, I'm gonna time him out. Oh shit. Be cool. He can't do any damage on the ground. Nice.
Time's up. You win.
Sudden death. Damn! What the fuck? Weird ass game. That's how they used to handle a draw back then. Back before they had tournaments. Sudden death.
Final battle. Fight.
Man, stuff is so linear in this game. And I felt that way about part 6 when I played it. That strong stuff. It feels like everything's linear in that game too. Like you can really move around. And that's a good thing. It makes it so that when you attack, you have to be very deliberate. Sith PL and Hubeck. Thanks. Thanks for the subs.
Mitsurugi versus Inferno. Final battle.
That rolling arm. Hey! Doesn't that sound like Miguel? Doesn't that sound like Miguel?
You win.
Sounds like him to me. Fine.
Legend will never die.
Thank you.
Siegfried. I see. Alright, next caller.
Welcome back to the
Let's pick the Yom. Nah, let's pick Lizard Man. This should be pretty good, actually. Let's pick the one with the mohawk. Nah, let's pick the BGC Lizard Man. Fuck the mohawk. BGC. Sith PL and Alina Lu. Alright, here's what's cheap with him. This move, if you do that move while they're in the air, it fucking launches them hella far. So you can ring them out from downtown. That's the strat with this guy. 6-6B into that headbutt, and it launches them like crazy. Damn! Get the fuck out of the ring, bitch! Lizard Man. That's the cheap shit with Lizard Man. This is the descendant of Reptile from Moron Combat. Oh, barely. This game's tight. Yeah, I know. You don't have to tell me. Out of the ring. What difficulty is this? Very easy. Armenian, very easy. I'm just trying to unlock shit, rude. Shit. Go to hell. Final battle, fight. That worked too. Almost got all the characters right. Who are we missing? Cervantes. Rock. Out of the ring. This you win. What a weird fucking win pose. He's, you know why his name is Lizard Man? This is such stupid lore. But you know why his name is Lizard Man? Because he has no name. He's of a race of lizard men. So his name's Lizard Man because the lizard men have no names. He's a lizard man, like a bad guy. You know how like you're playing Dark Souls and you run into a Dregling? That's why he has no name. His name is Lizard Man. Of the Lizard Man, you know. Alright, Yo Man. Yoshi's so sick. He's one of my best characters in part 2. Does his back four knock down in this? Maybe it do. It do! Wow, that's good. Rainbow drop the classic. This victory strengthens the soul. You win! Unexpected. Jewclaw 911. Yoshi as complicated in Soul Calibur as he is in Tekken. No, he's simpler. In Tekken, they really screwed him up, I think. I guess he's cooler in part 7, but the whole sword stance thing really... I'm not into it. In this game, he's like a clone of Mitsurugi, except he's a lot faster. And he has more frame data. Well, I shouldn't say faster. He's a lot more poke heavy, and he has better frame data. Mitsurugi's kind of faster, but he doesn't have the frames. He has more damage. He has speed and damage. And this guy has frames and good offense. Oh, Fubuki knee is so good. Or ringing out. I hadn't even given him the samurai knee yet. Holy shit. Let's see if I can get this clown over the suicide. No. Just like real life.
Not final battle. Fight.
Avoiding the puddle, oh yeah. It's named that in all the move lists, right?
Yoshimitsu.
Is it in this move list? It's not in this move list? Oh, I'm looking at B? Oh, it's showing K, but it's showing them as B. That move's not in this move list, huh? Kind of weird. Wow, that's because he doesn't have it. He doesn't have avoiding the puddle in this game. Holy shit. He doesn't have it. No wonder. What kind of a kick is this? This is almost cooler. That is a sick kick. What the hell? No wonder. I was like, why isn't it in the move list? I guess they didn't give it to him until part 2. Siegfried has a gold armor set? He doesn't have a wall-standing KU. The samurai knee. Where's the green screen? You don't know how it works, huh? Still don't know how the green screen works, Fruit? I'm probably gonna end up picking up some Soul Calibur 2 again as well. This is too much fun. I want to play against people. There's no net play for Soul Calibur 1, unfortunately.
Strengthens the soul of Yoshimitsu. You win!
Thank you.
That man Miyagi, what up, man? Thanks for the subscription. Big 46, huh? And Soul Az. Out of the ring, will ya?
Thank you.
Jack the man, number 18.
Thank you.
Ones and twos. Thanks, guys. Muchos Garcias.
You win!
We gotta look at Rock. We gotta look at Rock and Cervantes. I didn't get Cervantes. I like this picture. That's a cool artwork of Yoshi. That's a cool artwork of Yoshi too. That's the Manji Ninja Clan. Yeah, they're ninjas. They play for free.
Will never die.
Rock. Alright, we'll play some Rock. You guys are gormless. You know that?
Welcome back to the stage of history.
What is this? Third model? He's the only one that has that. What's A? That's probably the gold one. It be. Yeah, that's the gold one. Third model. So. Wow! Harada! Did you see that? That was crazy.
Final battle, fight!
Damn. That move, they took that move out. It doesn't exist in Soul Calibur 2. It's a really funny looking move though.
Final battle, fight!
Damn. That move is sick. Does no damage though.
This victory strengthens the soul of Siegfried. You win!
This game looks really good. Ones and twos, thanks again.
Versus Goldie. Final battle, fight!
I gotta decide what I'm gonna play tomorrow. Today was pretty interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna finish that shit though. I think that maybe I will. I got like the DLC and then win. But I don't know if I feel motivated to finish that playthrough.
Versus final battle, fight!
Sometimes you seem to just go through it.
This victory, you win!
Shanghua's arcade, whatever. What did you say? Something about the intro? Make sure I skip it. I got you. Man, when is this shit gonna come out though? What month is it right now? 3?
You win!
End of the year probably, huh? October? November? When do they come out with games? November, right? For Christmas? What is
Final battle, fight!
Dude, did you see how much that took? 3B counted it into knife backstab to 50%. The damage is crazy in this.
Victory strengthens the soul of Siegfried.
September for fighting games? Really? You think it'll be September? Whoa. Visual effects are a little weird.
Siegfried versus
Soul Calibur 5 came out in January.
Final battle, fight!
Damn. Still my favorite move. Hey, fuck!
Siegfried, 9.
Time for carrot cake? I like carrot cake. How do you do his drop kick? I don't remember. Doesn't he have a drop kick in this game?
Final battle, fight!
We took it out. It doesn't exist in Soul Calibur 2. It might have come back, but it definitely doesn't exist in Part 2. I know that.
The legend will never die. A new feature added.
You guys are retards. What characters left? Let's do some raw.
Back to the stage of history.
Oh yeah, dude. Dinosaur Head? He has a really cool side throw where he smacks his face.
Rock versus Shanfa. Final.
I think he'll come back too. His Poseidon's type doesn't do that. In Part 3 and every game after that, when he does this move, when he sits on your head, he gets up and goes, "Your form is poor."
Strengthen the soul of Rock.
Ooh, your form is poor.
You win.
Bangu is like his son's name. I think his son got kidnapped. And he's trying to like find him. Ouch. There's a side throw, my favorite one. I love that thing. That is such a cool side throw.
This victory.
Doesn't he have ground throws too?
Rock versus Ivy. Final battle. Fight. Out of the ring.
Bull rush is where it's at.
This victory.
Playing this game really makes me want to play against a person. It would be interesting to play this game against a person.
Rock. Final battle. Fight.
I love it when games pay homage to earlier titles in the series. Yeah, me too. Me too, me too.
This victory strengthened the soul of Rock. You win!
Get lost. Do arcade sticks not work with the EMU? They probably do, but I don't know how to set it up, and it didn't work without... You know, setting this up to work was not easy. It took 3 people plus myself. Manny Biggs, Attila Bosma, and Ramification, all 3 of those guys helped me set this up. So, the point is that I'm not very good with these types of things, and it's really a Christmas miracle that it worked in the first place. So, beggars can't be choosers, and I'll just play on the pad. It's too late to eat now. Maybe I'll have a little snackaroo. Have you guys ever had, at Baskin Robbins, they have these desserts called polar pizza. Has anyone in the chat room had a polar pizza?
battle, fight!
Let me tell you something about these things. They're fucking good. Polar pizza. It's a 4-player game though. I mean, you can't eat that shit by yourself. It's too big. So if you're at Baskin Robbins with like 4 people, or if you want to get something delicious for yourself and eat it for a couple days, get the Polar Pizza, the Oreo cookies
You
and
always
cream.
seem so happy when you play SC. Cheers, buddy.
Hey, Terrapin, thanks very much. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this game. Not this one specifically, but all of them in a way. Some of them suck, I guess, but I like Soul Calibur overall. Hopefully part 6 is good. Anyway, yeah. I would say that if you guys haven't had one and you like ice cream, you want to check that out. Did you see how much damage that just did?
This victory strengthens the soul of
Anyway, Polar Pizza, cookies and cream, Oreo.
Thank you.
You'll thank me later. Touch my bone ore. Thanks for the Twitch Prime. Touch my bone ore. What am I sipping on? Just a Dr. Becker. Dr. Becker is an organic, all-natural version of Dr. Pepper. No corn syrup, only sugar.
the legend will never die.
So Mina, damn, Korean waifu? Korean waifu, huh? You got me hooked on string cheese? I like string cheese. It's such a good snack. You guys gotta teach me how to save my game.
Son Mina versus Lizard Man. Final battle, fight!
She doesn't have monument, so she can't do that. The monument thrust block. She has this cheap move, down forward B. This move is so cheap for her. It does everything. It's like an all-in-one. Safe mid-launching move that hits on the ground. It's like her most damaging move in like several situations. So cheap. Wake up, do it again, counter hit. So cheap. She's good.
This victory strengthens the soul of you.
Only Cervantes left. Do I get him next?
Final battle, fight! Out of the ring. This victory strengthened the soul of Soul. You.
The balance? Well, I mean, it's not like you can just use one move all day and beat a human. This is an Armenian very easy move. But it's a really good move. It's not like she's top content.
This victory strengthened the soul of Son Mina.
Mace, the Dark Age? What's up, Guru Desu? How's it going?
Son Mina versus Nightmare. Final
Man,
battle.
the visuals of this game are just like so appealing. Look at the backgrounds, dude. They're simple, but just so well done. It's like a 3D painting. Really cool. This is Rock's stage. I think it's a little bit bland. There's nothing going on in this one. I guess I like that water fountain, or those water fountains, but there should be something else going on in the stage. Damn. That was easy. Thanks again, Touch My Bone Ore.
さあ勝負よ。
命を無駄にするな。国へ帰れ。
Final battle, fight! This you win!
私は負けない。
Won't lose. I can't wait for that new one, man. They talk so much shit in that game. All they do is talk, yippity yapping about stuff in Chinese. It's so funny. And you know, the characters that speak French. It's cool shit, man. Soul Calibur 6 is gonna be funny. I don't get why they would put Noctis in Tekken instead of Soul Calibur. Well, I mean, it's not, I guess it's not that obvious to the untrained eye, but Soul Calibur isn't coming out till who knows when, and Tekken's already out, so, and also, Soul Calibur is way smaller and less prestigious, and Final Fantasy is huge. Final Fantasy is a massive, massive name and franchise. In Japan, they have Final Fantasy bars and cafes, so there's no way they're gonna put that fucking character in some sorry-ass Soul Calibur game that nobody's heard of in the last 5 years. Especially when Tekken is, like, super big right now. You know? To me, it doesn't seem as weird as maybe it does to the average noob. You know what I mean? Not that I agree with it, but I do understand the logic behind it. Tekken's World Tour is on the cusp of starting. So it's pretty cool. Pretty exciting. Can you believe the World Finals are gonna be in Amsterdam? Say word? Damn, look at this costume. Cervantes. That's Ivy's dad. He's a butt pirate.
Cervantes versus Astro.
Delio.
Final battle, fight! This victory, you win!
See you in hell, bear player. Do I GDR? I don't think that exists. Is that a joke? That didn't exist until part 3? They didn't make the instant one until part 3.
This victory strengthens the soul of Cervantes. You win!
Hey, what's up, green name? It's a cool 200-word essay you got there. Hope you're doing well.
Final battle, fight!
Explain me Korean backdash. Wasn't there someone who asked that recently? You're referencing that guy, right? Explain me.
This victory strengthened the soul of Cervantes.
I like this costume too.
You win!
Damn, he's got kind of a Dr. Disrespect look to him, actually. Damn, old Dr. Disrespect? Cervantes in this weird costume?
Final battle, fight!
Weird mullet? You guys picking up that vibe too? It's the doc.
Cervantes versus Fan Song Yong. Final battle. Fight.
Man, sometimes you just whip around in this game. You move so fast, the camera, like you get off screen. Insane.
Victory. You win.
Psycho Crusher. Soul Calibur 2 was truly the best game in my eyes. Because this game is really good too. You can feel the quality of the game when you're playing it. But Part 2 really refined it. It's so similar to this, it's just better. It's cleaner and more polished. The characters have more charisma. Their move lists are more fleshed out and more like deliberate. And then Part 3 fucked everything up like crazy. And then Part 4 started to put stuff back together, but not well. And Part 5, you know, Part 5's issue was that they didn't give him enough of a chance. People who made that game were really passionate about making a good game, but they just didn't get the opportunity due to whatever reason. Time, money, you know. I also heard that there was a lot of circumstances. I don't know how much of it is true, but I heard that like they had to start from scratch because of maybe the earthquake or something. I don't know. I don't know what the real lore is, but Soul Calibur 5 was almost really good. So close yet so far.
Inferno. Final battle. Fight.
So fast.
This victory. You win.
You know this win pose, the animation of the sword spinning in circles and then coming down? You guys know they stole that from Battle Arena Toshinden? Gaia in that game had that win pose, that exact win pose. They stole that shit. Clean ripoff. Yeah, this character is sick. I'm sure he'll be in too. He's a butt pirate. But SC4 has best customs? Yeah, I don't usually customize my characters, so I don't really care.
The legend will never die.
Hey, how do I save my game? Chat. I'm using the Demule emulator. There must be some way to save my game, right? Pan means bread in Spanish, right? Bogey Wilkes and Ijorez. Thanks for using your Twitch Prime on my channel, and thanks for those subs. Escape. I don't think escape works. Make sure the memory card is set to options and save. How about we just don't bother with it and we play Soul Calibur 2 instead of Soul Calibur 1? Does anyone have any objection? I don't need to revisit this shit. Soul Calibur 2 is just the same shit, but 100 times better. The only people that don't agree are old fogies like Redfoot and Srayer and WC Maxi. Man, I miss those guys. Parochial Joe. Thanks. And Redneck Lol. Thanks, guys. Thanks very much. Yeah, this game's sick. Look at that background. Nice. That's Hitomi Tanaka Plaza, right? Age 25? What the fuck? I thought he was a lot older than that. Chai Shanghua's 16. Weird. Anyway, listen here, chat room. I think this was a nice trip down memory lane. Alright? Especially with Ivy and Taki and, you know, the rest. The gang. It was a nice trip. But I think I'm going to wrap this puppy up. Next time I play a Soul Calibur game, it's likely going to be Soul Calibur 2. Or maybe 5. Or maybe 4. 3 is the least likely. Oh, maybe I should play 3. I have that emulator. Maybe I'll play 3. I don't know. Either way, we have plenty of time before Soul Calibur 6 comes out, so I think I'll have the opportunity to revisit all of them. I used to like these. They do like these little exhibition kata things. It's really cool. Anyway, chat room, good times. Huge thanks to Manny Biggs, Ramification, and Attila Bosma for helping me set up this emulator. And, you know, I might, like I said before, I might play some Dreamcast games on it. We'll see. Either way, good times, chat room. Thanks for tuning in.